Hey VC, this is Chris. I'm back to do a family tree video. I had a suggestion on one, so I'm going to attempt to provide a brief family tree or history of Fleetwood Mac based on the albums that I have. So this is inspired by Pete Frame's family trees that he has illustrated, and you can search for one and get a more detailed history of the band. But I'll start and show based on what I've got. So the history, at least as far as my collection goes, starts with John Mayall and the Blues Breakers. This is 1964. John Mayall plays Mayall at Kluk's Kleek. John McVie, future bass player for Fleetwood Mac, was in the band at that point. This is on Decca label. I'd never seen this album before, but I stopped by a garage sale at some point, and I think this guy was from Germany selling his collection, so he had many things that I didn't know what they were or never seen, and I bought this one. I don't remember if I got anything else, but it was a good start, good price. And then more John Mayall. This compilation through the years covers 5 years, like 64 to 68 or 69. And this has various combinations of John Mayall and people playing with him. This is on London. So Peter Green and John McVie are in many of these combinations. So there's 2 of the Fleetwood Mac members. This was put out in 73. And then also in 73, History of British Blues. So this is another 2-volume compilation, gatefold. This is on Sire. So here we've got John Mayall again with different people, Fleetwood Mac, also Chicken Shack with Christine McVie is on here, so setting up another future member of Fleetwood Mac. Christine McVie was Chicken Shack. And then here's an actual Chicken Shack album. This is 1973. So Christine McVie has already left and joined Fleetwood Mac, but I just thought it'd be nice to show an actual Chicken Shack album on London. And then we get into Fleetwood Mac has been created. So this is their first self-titled album. This is a reissue on Embassy from 1973, but this is a 68 album. So Peter Green, Jeremy Spencer, John McVie, Mick Fleetwood, and Bob Bruning was on bass temporarily. And then the second Fleetwood Mac album, Mr. Wonderful. Another gatefold. This is on Blue Horizon. So John McVie took over for Bob Bruning on bass on this one. McVie was also on this one, for most of it. And then Fleetwood Mac in support of Otis Spann. And this is 69. This is also on Blue Horizon, but a different label. This is a promotional copy. In 1973 was this reissue of the 1969 English Rose album by Fleetwood Mac. This was a US only album, and in the UK there was one that has a couple overlapping songs, The Pious Bird of Good Omen. This is CBS Special Products. So this is still the 3-guitar lineup. Green, Kerwin, Spencer. They misspelled Kerwin on here with an E. And then they get to Then Play On. Another gatefold. Lineup is still intact with the 3 guitarists. This is on Reprise, 1970. Then Peter Green left. So they were down to Spencer and Kerwin for the guitarist, and the other McBee and Fleetwood. Peter Green went out on his own, so this is his 1970 solo album, The End of the Game. This is on Reprise also. Suit Money, Alex Dumchowski, Peter Green. And this is a 1980 Peter Green solo album, Little Dreamer. This is on Sale Records. And then Fleetwood Mac carried on with their remaining members. So, Kiln House, 1970. Gatefold. What's this artwork and cover design by Christine McVie. I might have to show this one again. But still on Reprise. And then they came to their next album, Future Games, 1971. For this album, they added Bob Welch on guitar and Christine McVie on keyboards. And this is Reprise again, 1971. So Bob Welch was involved in 2 tracks, so he didn't do much at this point. But then they come to Bare Trees, 1972. And still Welch and Kerwin, but Welch is only on 2 tracks, but one of them is Sentimental Lady, which was a popular one of his, on Reprise. And then Fleetwood Mac Penguin, 1973. So another gatefold. There's the band all hanging out on a tree limb. So Mick Fleetwood, Bob Welch, Bob Weston had come in on guitar. Dave Walker was on a track or two. Christine McVie. Bob Welch on 4 of the 9 tracks, so becoming a little bit more involved. Still on reprise. And Mystery to Me, 1973. Oops, gatefold. You know, that pose there almost looks like it could be a later day Fleetwood Mac. Just stick in Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks in place of the 2 flanking members there. This one has a big hit, Emerald Eyes, or if it wasn't a hit then, it became one later. And the same year, 73, Buckingham Nicks produced their only album. Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham on Polydor. This is a good album, indicative of the sound of the future. Long Distance Winners, good one. Lola, My Love. Bob Weston had gone on by this point. This is one of his albums that he played on in the future, Sandy Denny, 1986. Oh, 1973 album, 1986 reissue. Bob Weston on guitars. This is on the Carthage. Label. Danny Kerwin left, 1975. Second chapter. This is on DJM. Something was crossed out. Maybe it said it was a promo. I don't know. Then Bob Welch left. And this was a trio that three-piece band he came up with in 1976, Paris. They did 2 albums. One of them's a little harder rocking than the other one. This is Robert Welch, Glenn Cornick, and Tom Mooney. So Glenn Cornick, we may have heard his name with Jethro Tull, and Tom Mooney, maybe he was with the Nas at one point. This is on Capitol. And Bob Welch went on to produce a series of albums, French Kiss has his big hit Sentimental Lady, Ebony Eyes, and then he did another later one, Eye Contact, 1983. Don't know if his eyes got better or if he's wearing contacts, but RCA. And then they were getting ready for new band members, so Billy Burnett was a future member of Fleetwood Mac, so here's a solo album before he joined. This is 1979. Polydor promotional copy. On guitarist, and then Rick Vito was the other guitarist that they got in the band. Before that, he'd been lead guitarist with Roger McGuinn in the Thunderbird band. And they've got a real good concert video out on YouTube I would recommend to listen to. So Roger McGuinn, Thunderbird with Rick Vito on lead guitar. Columbia, they do a Tom Petty cover, which originally Tom Petty was seemed like he sounded like Roger McGuinn, so McGuinn returned the favor. Then wrapping it up, Mick Fleetwood went out on his own to do an album, Mick Fleetwood Zoo, I'm Not Me. This is 1983, so he stayed with Fleetwood Mac. We just wanted to do something different. No, RCA. And Christine McVie did a solo album, 1984. On the Warner Brothers label. And you know, the Mick Fleetwood album and the Christine McVie album, they had some guests by other Fleetwood Mac members to supplement the bands that they put together. Lindsey Buckingham had left Fleetwood Mac, so he went on and did a couple solo albums. This one is Go Insane, 1984. On Elektra. And then everybody regrouped back to the classic lineup from the 76, 77 Rumours and Fleetwood Mac Billion Sellers. Tango in the Night. Or just Tango, 1987. Yeah, just Tango in the Night. On Warner Brothers. And then this photo on the back side. So then 1980, Fleetwood Mac came out with this album, Behind the Mask. With Billy Burnett there, and Rick Vito there. Otherwise, McVie and Nix and Fleetwood. This is a record club issue on Warner Brothers. They're still producing albums every once in a while, but I think that's as far as my collection went. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on next video.